OTAs so far. Overall, I would say that I have liked what I've seen. Attendance has been a little spotty. I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it. I'm just not. It's a different day and age. You can make the argument that back when Tom Brady was here and they were winning championships, everybody was here, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. That was a long time ago. It's a different NFL. It's a different athlete. It's a different team. It's a different coach. It's a different quarterback. These things happen, all over the place. And I'm sure that attendance is good enough, as is what they're getting. So that's been a little bit disappointing, but, like I said, it is what it is. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm not going to overblow it because I don't think it's a huge deal. Training camp is coming. That's when you put in the work. Everyone's going to have to be there. They will be there. You're just hoping the guys who aren't here are taking care of themselves so injuries don't become an issue.
CLNS Media's Patriots coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.
Things really become an issue when you miss the offseason, like say Isaiah Wynn. You get your money, you get the 5th-year option picked up, and so you're basically guaranteed the next 2 years, and you start slacking, and then all of a sudden you're behind in camp and you get hurt, and it's not good for anybody. So we'll have to monitor that as it goes along. The offense. So far, I like what I've seen. Now, let's also be clear that we've only seen 2 practices. The first practice that we saw, it looked like they were running, we're focusing on quote unquote deceptive plays, play action plays, reverses, screens, stuff like that. So it's not just like a drop back game where I think, I think that's where most games are won and lost. You have to be able to pass the ball at the end of games and from the pocket. So all this window dressing that you're doing is fine. It's good early in games. It's good to establish things, but it's not going to determine in my mind whether this team is a good team or an average team. So I assume we'll get to that. Maybe we'll see that probably in the mandatory minicamp. We have one more glimpse at the OTAs, thanks to, I want to give a shout out to Stacey James, the PR maven over at the Patriots, who, as I understand it, did some hard work to try to get that third OTA that we lost due to the penalties from the special teams meetings. And so we'll get another glimpse at the Patriots on Friday. Again, it's right before a weekend. Bill said they were going to go heavier on Thursday. Of course, we're getting another lighter day, so it could be a lot of jog-throughs again. But at least we get another glimpse. And at this week's practice, Bill even told us right up front, we're going to tempo things down. We ran a lot of plays the day before. It was so bad that the top 4 wide receivers weren't even on the field. So it was really hard to glean anything from the offense in this practice, probably by design, and that's fine. That's up to them. But look, what we've seen so far, I like what I've seen. I think that Bill O'Brien coming from Alabama, and I wrote a column on this at BSJ, your hope was that Billy O'Brien would take, his base is the Patriots offense, and then he's added what he did at Penn State, and then with Deshaun Watson in Houston, then he goes to Alabama, and you're hoping that he blends all of those things to sort of maybe move the Patriots offense into the modern game. And I would say from what we've seen so far, I would say that has gone on. That, it looks like Billy O'Brien is doing a really good job. They're putting a premium on space and moving people and a lot of movement. And so I'm excited to see where the offense goes from here. I think this has been a good first step for the offense, and I'm excited to see how it happens going forward.
CLNS Media's Patriots coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.